Growth doesn't happen in the doing, it happens in rest period afterwards. I was reminded of this yesterday talking with a colleague who has been getting into some menopausal strength building and really noticing this like viscerally for her that uh, her gains, her muscle growth is happening when she is getting enough sleep and taking rest days between strength training. And for me, this is true in any cycle. It's true in cycles of our relationships. It's true, very true around learning. That we tend to think, I think you look at the basic model of cycles, and the summer, the on phase of a cycle is often described as the expansion stage. Like that's the bit where you grow. And I want to argue that I think actually it's really the other way around, that while my energy is highest in those kind of summer on periods, it's in the rest, in the winter, in the integration afterwards, where the new capacity takes root. That there's a new possibility that is then available for the next cycle. And so if you miss winters, if you skip the rest, if you skip the integration, then something's changed. Something surely changes in the course of the summer of a cycle. But without that integration, you are missing out on this new possibility of what happens next. Growth doesn't happen in the doing, it happens in the integration, it happens in the rest. We slow down and allow ourselves to be again. And I think that feels counterintuitive to a lot of us, because we have been told that the way that we expand our comfort zone is in the doing, is pushing ourselves to the edge, is doing new things. And I'd argue, like everything, that's part of it. Yes, and the nuance here is that those changes, that expansion to our comfort zone, only stays, it only takes root if we allow ourselves to integrate, we allow ourselves to rest afterwards. Another colleague of mine, when he's teaching authentic relating, talks about the tender edge. And another way to talk about this would be pendulation, the Peter Levine world, where you touch into the thing that feels difficult and you come back to something that feels easy, into the difficult, back into the easy, into the challenge, back into your comfort zone. And constantly there's this ebb and flow, this cyclical, rhythmic approach to learning. It's slower, for sure, in that you're not going like right to the end of that straight away. But it's the classic story of the tortoise and the hare, right? That you can get somewhere fast, you can get somewhere and make it last. So I want to advocate for more rest time, more integration time. There's a lot going on in the world. There's a lot that our nervous systems are having to deal with, and by and large, from what I see, I don't think many of us give ourselves enough time for rest and integration, and that's where the magic happens. So as always, I'd really love to hear how this lands for you, whether you agree with me or not. And almost definitely if you don't agree with me, I'm really curious to hear your experience. I never want to assume that I'm right. I'm sharing things from the way I understand them, the way I see them. I love hearing other people's perspectives, questions, comments, all the rest of it below. And thanks for joining me. I will see you next time.